Welcome back, water and plant enthusiasts. Today we're going to go on a mini land walk. We're going to look for ways that we can store water above ground and below ground, particularly in the soil or in rain barrels. So let's get started. Water off of the greenhouse. Notice the area all around the greenhouse receives the runoff of half the roof on each side. That is an increase of water in the area along the sides of the greenhouse. This is a perfect place to harvest that water in the soil by mulching it and planting into it. The same concept with our shed. There are no gutters on this shed, so the water from the shed runs off onto the ground, so that is another good spot to collect water in the soil and grow plants at the base of the shed. Downspout from house for rain barrels. Downspouts off of gutters on roofs are a great place to harvest water in a few different ways. A rain barrel can easily be set up to collect the rainwater coming off the roof at the end of the downspout from the gutters. Then the water can be used from the rain barrel through a spigot at the bottom of the rain barrel. Rain gardens. A rain garden can also be made in an area on the ground around the downspout of the gutter that floods the area when it rains. Plants and mulch help maintain the rain garden. Then best of all is to have a rain barrel set up to catch the rain from the downspout, and then a rain garden created next to the rain barrel with the overflow from the rain barrel going into the rain garden. Heavily mulched growing beds. Healthy soil equals living soil. 1 inch of rich, moist soil holds as much water as a 3-inch deep lake the size of the typical yard. Microbiology and organic matter hold water without drowning the plants. The mulch also prevents the water from evaporating out of the soil. Organic matter and microbiology are the key. Wood chip mulch around trees. The benefits of mulching around a tree are awesome. The wood chip mulch holds the water that reaches the ground as well as, again, feeding those microorganisms. It also creates a nice area to plant more shade-tolerant plants that don't like the heat. A guild can be created around a tree or a group of trees. Growing basins. Similar to a rain garden, shallow basins are dug and filled with plants and wood chips. The water stays in the soil longer and the microorganisms are being fed to create that soil food web. This is best for dry climates, or if you'd like to do it in a wet climate, this would be where wetland plants would be planted. Terracing. This hillside would make great terraces with a 1% grade. The benefit of terracing is it slows the water down so that the area now becomes a growing area, whereas before it just shed the water quickly with nothing but grass growing on it. Terracing can also be made in such a way as to saturate the level growing area in such a way that most of the water is held on the terrace with excess water flowing slowly off the terrace to prevent a mudslide. The added vegetation of trees, shrubs, and plants also aids to holding water and stability to the slope. Excellent way to harvest water in the ground that would otherwise just be running off. Hugelkultur. This was created to process large and small biomass. Hugelkultur is also a great water harvester. Logs and other large biomass are either placed on the ground or in the ground and then covered by other organic material to form a growing bed or a mound. See our other video on Hugelkultur. We will also be making more videos on Hugelkultur, which can be created in many different ways. Check dams or beaver analogs are used to slow the water down in a stream or river so that the water has more time to infiltrate instead of running quickly off of the land. Anytime water is moving quickly off land, it is drying out the land. Ponds. If you have a source of running water on your property, you may be a candidate for a pond. A pond can help infiltrate the surrounding area with water in the ground, also helping to recharge wells. This pond needs to be redone. It's not a proper pond. Gray water systems are also another form of water harvesting. It's just not directly as rain. Gray water systems utilize the water coming from showers, laundry, and sinks to water outside trees and plants by discharging into basins filled with wood chips and plants. This is an excellent way of harvesting water, especially in dry climates where water is scarce. This area here could be used for a gray water system discharge. We hope this walk inspires you to walk your property to find how water's flowing on your property. Find places where you can slow it, sink it, and stop it so that you can harvest water on your land. Until next time, happy harvesting.